What's up, guys? You remember me? I was in the room like 5 minutes ago?
Yeah.
What's going on? These lights are bright, but it's cool. I shine brightest when the lights on. Yeah, Alonzo's my old roommate. Do you guys want to hear a fun story about when I was being roommates real quick? Before I get into this? Okay, so I was really broke back then. Kind of broke right now, but whatever. I was really broke back then, and especially the pandemic happened, you know, I lost my job and everything. And so I was surviving off of like carrots and cheap sausages from the corner store that we lived across from, just really nasty, like in water. Y'all know what I'm talking about? See, some of you might not even know what I'm talking about. You've never been that broke before. And one time, Alonso walks up to me where I'm in the apartment just sitting there super sad. And he's like, hey man, we should watch a movie today. I'll buy dinner for us. Let's go, we'll get something nice. And I'm like, nah man, it's okay. It's okay, it's fine. And he was like, no dude, I want to buy you dinner. And I'm like, no, just do prideful, you know? And he was like, no, let me buy you dinner. And I'm like, no dude, it's fine. And he was like, Adam, everything you eat is shaped like a dick. I'm buying you dinner. So he bought me dinner, so shout out to Alonzo. I love that guy, he's my brother. Okay, I want to start getting into things, but I just remember this. I need to let this off my chest. Have you guys seen this Verizon ad where they rip off Suave Men?
Yes, so God.
I've seen it too much. If I see it again, I'm going to commit an act of terror. It bothers me a lot. Okay? I don't know how you guys feel, but...
The same.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you. I thought you were going to be like, yes, it's amazing.
No.
I'm like, I am going to start looking up how to build bombs. Okay. Yeah. Did you hear that? That was from a CIA agent in my phone. Okay. Oh man, dude. Let's see. I derailed myself with that. Talk of terrorism. Anyway, cool man. One thing that surprises a lot of people about me is that I don't like reggaeton. Yeah, I'm sorry, I had to cover myself because last time I said that joke was in Humboldt Park and they buried me to my head in tostones. So, yeah, man, I just don't like it, but here's the thing, I appreciate it, all right? I think it's one of the most brilliant genres of music out there, and it's actually one of the fastest growing genres of music in the world, even though obviously no one speaks Spanish, right? Not everyone speaks Spanish. That's what I said. Right? So, and I figured it out. The brilliant thing about reggaeton that makes it so popular and that it's growing so fast is that every 30 seconds, they say one word. Right? And as long as they can get you with that one word, right? They know they got you, right? They know you're going to start dancing. They know you're going to start feeling it, right? So for example, like if you don't speak Spanish, this is probably what every reggaeton song sounds like to you, right? It's probably like this, right? Right? It's probably like ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, booty, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, marijuana, doggy style. You know? And you know there's some white dude in the club who's like, those are three of my favorite things! How did that Puerto Rican man know? Rebecca, we need to go to San Juan right now. Book the flights. Those were, they love the same things I do on that island. Who knew? You know? And I just love like thinking like about like, you know, obviously like these predominantly Puerto Rican genre. I just love thinking of Daddy Yankee just sitting down at a desk in his house thinking, how do I pander to these white people? What do they like? Big ass. Marijuana. You know? It's funny, man. Growing up for me was a trip. I kind of grew up with a kind of crazy family. I'm sure being that there's a lot of Latinos in the room, you're no stranger to that. My idol growing up was my cousin, Berto. I thought he was the coolest guy in the world. You know, he was just super cool. He was a man of focus. I lived with him for 3 years. Okay, and he was only into two things. Okay, two things. Just totally focused on two things. right? Being in a gang, and the rapper Ja Rule. Okay? You guys remember Ja Rule? Right? What I think about you? Put it on me. I'm gonna stop there. Yeah, man. He would like teach me all of these lessons. You know, that's why I liked him so much. You know, we like slept in the same room for all 3 of those years. And he would teach me all these things. Like I remember I was like 13 and he like taught me how to like smoke a bowl. And he was like, don't do it yet. But when you're like 16, it'll be so cool. You know, I'm talking about like a 17-year-old, right? He's not super old, a lot older than me, right? And I'll never forget, one of these lessons he taught me is he was like, you know, you're about to get into high school. And he was like, when you get into high school, there's gonna be people who are gonna like try and check you, right? There's like, maybe there's someone who's gonna throw shit to you, you know? So you gotta know how to fight. And I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, as soon as I get into high school? He made it sound like I was going to prison. Like, as soon as I walked in the door, he'd be like, yo, what the fuck you is? Where you from? It's like, are we from the same neighborhood? We're the same high school. What do you mean where I'm from? You know? So he was like scaring me, right? He's like, so you gotta know. Like, so let's say someone's walking up to you and they're talking shit. They're like, hey, fuck you or whatever. You know, you look fucking stupid. Look in your head. And he's like, look, he started insulting all that. And he's like, you know, this is what you do. Like this. You walk up to you, you go like this. And then you punch him right in the jaw. Like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not a martial arts expert, but I don't think that's gonna work anymore. Okay? You know, that was like the last lesson he taught me, and then I moved away. 2 years later, I'm at a family barbecue. The whole family is there. It's my grandma's 88th birthday, right? Everyone's drinking and stuff, having a good time. I'm just chilling. I'm only like 17, 18 years old right now, okay? My uncle gets super drunk, and me and my cousin are talking. He's like teaching me another lesson about some shit I shouldn't know about. And my uncle comes over and pushes my cousin over the chair he's sitting on, and he falls back on the chair. And he's laughing like, ah! My cousin stands up and goes like this. And knocks my uncle out right in front of me. Anybody else got a super cool family or what? What's up, dude? Yeah, man. I love my family, man. It's super cool. I'll tell you one more story about them, and then I'll get out of here. When I was growing up, my parents would always take us to my other grandparents' house and my mom's house. And they would always leave us there for the weekend, and we loved it. It was so cool, right? And my grandpa's like a very charismatic dude. Like he's an ex-soccer player who blew out his knee. So he was like always trying to fulfill his dream through me and my brother. And I'll never forget this. Me and my brother were playing video games. And he barges in the room and he's like, Chicos, I have a surprise for you. And dude, usually when a Hispanic person says, I have a surprise for you, you need to get the fuck out of there. You need to run, okay? You know, but it was my grandpa and my abuelo, you know, so I was only like a little bit worried. And we're like, what? What's going on? What's going on, you know? And he's like, today, for lunch, I'm taking you to Subway. Yeah, you guys are mocking me right now, okay? I remember this is 20 plus years ago, okay? This is peak of the Jared marketing campaign. You guys remember? When a pedophile was the face of healthy living in America? Take me back! Those are the good old days. Bush campaign, 9/11, Jared was on top. Okay. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. You guys know who Jared is, right? That's a really good joke, dude. What? How old are you? Oh! Okay. 20 years ago, there was this guy who was really overweight. And he lost a bunch of weight by walking to Subway every day, like 3 miles. And he only ate Subway sandwiches for like years, and he lost like 150 pounds, and he was like this huge success. He was like on every news channel, and they did a bunch of commercials with him. A few years ago, it came out He's a pedophile. So that's where the joke was. You know. Yeah, kind of funny.
That's a good job.
I know, it's really good. It's hard to make something like that funny. I blew all my time in that. We went to Subway, and my grandpa hated it. And look, there's a lot of you should follow me on Instagram. And there's a video of me finishing that story. All right, guys. Thank you.